Hey, what's up, Lightbulb Joe here. Today we are going to discuss Kate in Waiting by Becky Albertalli. This is I read a lot of books this year. We're gonna just, let me count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32. This is my 32nd novel of the year. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 graphic novels, 32 novels. That's a lot. I've never read that. I'm 67. I've never read 67 books in a year in my entire life. So kudos to me. And a lot of you just went, wow, that's so much. And a lot of you just went, wow, that's so little. Certain books I can read quick if it holds my attention. Certain just takes me forever. I had a lot of problems reading the Becky Albertalli books because I love the franchise she created within the Simon universe, with the Love, Simon universe. And I bought all of her books because I'm a fan of her and her work and what she's done. And then I had a lot of problems with her writing style in many of the books that I've read. I can safely say this is her best book. I haven't read the What If It's Us books, the combo between Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. Haven't read the two of those yet. Those are on my stack. I got them right here. We're going to read them after Christmas and go through some stuff. Now, this book was awesome. And it's not even that I did theater back in high school, so like I remember the acting mantras and I remember just the phrases and the Hell Week is Tech Week and all those things, right? But certain characters she's written whine and complain and there's problems that are presented and they have every option of fixing it, but they don't, and they complain about it. And it just drove me crazy reading that, right? It drove me nuts. This presented itself with certain problems and everybody realized the certain problems and everybody figured it out together. It was great. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. So Kate Garfield and her brother Ryan Garfield go to the same high school. They have joint custody between parents' house. So certain days they're at their dad's house, certain days they're at the mom's house. But it's only like, 10-minute away drive kind of a thing. Same area. And we start out at summer camp. Kate's best friends, I was going to say Andrew Garfield. It's definitely not Andrew Garfield. Anderson Walker. There we go. She calls him Andy. The two of them are at a theater camp. Camp counselor Matt, they're obsessed with. And they go back from Alabama, where the camp is, to Georgia, where they live. Roswell, Georgia, I believe. And so the first day of school, Matt happens to be there. And they're like, oh my God, it's Coke Ad Matt. Because they would call him Coke Ad Matt because he looked like he just came off of a Coke advertisement. Because he got the jawline and he's gorgeous, all these things, right? So they're both crushing over him, right? They've never had a mutual crush before. Andy and Kate dated-ish back in the day, but like he realized he's gay and like they were each other's first kiss. Very cute, reminiscing. Absolutely loved it. And so the plot points are, how did they deal with a mutual crush? This has never happened to them before. What are the ground rules? Is Matt gay? Is he straight? Is he bi? Is he queer? Is he on the alphabet at all? Where is he? What is he? Right? What does he identify as? Does he identify? He doesn't have to, but who has a shot with him? Or does anyone have a shot with him? Is he ace? No one knows. So they're trying to figure this out. And there's the friend stuff. So like the squad stuff, there's the kid across the street, Noah Kaplan. He is in a cast and he's a jock, but they refer to jocks as F-boys. And there's the F squad, there's the F girls. And it's so poignantly relevant within teenage dialogue now. And it's just so cool having them reference TikTok, having them reference a reel or an Instagram post or something like that, or a hashtag, and just speak in shorthand, as in shorthand social media lingo. Super relevant to an actual teenager now. And these teenagers curse. And they're filthy. And it's perfect because it shows an actual teenager. It's not a Disney fluff kind of a teenager, and there's nothing wrong with the Disney fluff kind of a teenager. There's nothing wrong with a Heartstopper kind of teenager within Alice Osman's TV show Heartstopper. Alice Osman's books are very different than the TV show in regards to cursing and, adult language in the books versus the TV show, which just won 5 Emmys, 5 children's Emmys. Incredible. Can't wait for season 2. But it's very rare to see a teenager portrayed as a teenager, because teenagers curse. They think dirty thoughts out loud, and there's just it is what it is. And to see actual representation of actual teenagers, very rare. And it was so cool, and I was so hyped for it. Another thing I absolutely loved about this book was how quick it went. This was 380-something pages long, 390, something like that. You had, like, time jumps. So this story takes place, like, middle summer to October. So there's, like, the first beginning chunk of the school year, putting on the next school play, the next musical, Once Upon a Mattress. Everybody's going through that casting stuff, and how do the theater kids mix with the jocks, the F Squad, very High School Musical, who did whom wrong when, all those things, right? Beautiful. So it was very quick in the sense of a chapter ends, and then 4 days later, and then the next thing happens. And then a paragraph ends, and then 2 days later, the next thing happens. Very neat. Very, very structurally sound. That was the thing. I loved the structure in this book. Certain other parts of how Becky wrote in the other Simon books, in the Upside of Unrequited, in Yes, No, Maybe So, that was another joint book. Certain things dragged, and they were very slow. But this was so fast, it garnered my attention so quick. And that was the point I was trying to make with all the other Becky books that I've read, is that I know she has the capability of doing this, and I was waiting for it, and it was getting there, and we got there. I love this book. It was so well done. It was very High School Musical, stick to the status quo with certain points, but then breaking it and breaking free. Did not intend for that little bit to plop in, but it did. So, this was very well done. It held my attention throughout. I loved the just the twists and turns, and a tree falling on Matt's house at one point, and he now has to live at Kate's house because his mom and her mom were best friends at one point, and it was, bro, it was so cool. It was so cool having these little things come about. Noah liking Kate, and even though Kate likes Matt, but then it was everywhere. It was high school. It was just so relevant, and I loved it. I can't praise this enough. I can't praise this book enough. It was so well done. So, on to the next two books, What If It's Us and Here's to Us. Then we're running through our marathon of mythology books, because I missed pretty much all of 2022's Reed Riordan books, except for like one or two. So we're going to wait till Santa comes to see if I get those under the tree and read those. And then once those are done, we're jumping into our 62 Goosebumps books from 92 to 97. And then once those 62 books are done, then we'll see what happens next, because I got a long list of books, but there's no time. There's no time for anything. Joys of adulthood. On to the next review. Mahalo.